hold the presentations in the Morden Hall from now on, because for 7 years we've been holding them in the social club, which have very comfortable seats, but we were just getting too many of us to fit in, as you can imagine. So I'm going to take you through the presentation. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you some latest news on the Computer Sharing Centre, and then I'm going to be giving you some background to today's presentation. And this is a really exciting part of the presentation, because I've been working in computers all my life, and even though my husband hates it when I say how old I am, I'm sure in present company, if I say I'm 49, you'll forgive me for saying how old I am. But that means that I was born in an era where computers have really developed, and I was one of the first women to work in engineering, especially with communications engineering. So I've worked with computers since, even as a young girl, I used to take things apart and fix them. I have no brothers, so I've been very intensely involved in fixing things and working with technology all my life. So to get to the point today where I can talk to you about the last 30 years, and it's probably, in your lives, 30 years doesn't sound like that much, but it is a lot. And there's been a huge change, even in the last 15, since my teenagers were born. So we're going to be talking about the background, and then Carolyn is going to take over, and we're going to have a short quiz with the background, and Carolyn is going to take over, and she's going to explain Wi-Fi. And that might be a little bit of audience participation, because we've got to try and make it more interesting, because it's not that interesting. Sorry, Carolyn.
It's very interesting.
We then are going to have an introduction to the iPad, the Tesco Huddle and the Kindle Fire. We have several devices here, but the beauty of the iPad, as you can see, this is the iPad. We will have 3 tables, and we've set this up so it's a kind of studious environment. We're going to get you to move around to look at how the touch screen works with the different devices. So this is a Kindle Fire, very good for reading books, not as good as the iPad, but all of them are incredible devices. I have to say they are incredible. This is the Tesco Huddle. It's £119. It was voted as the best tablet because of all the incredibly good specifications. So £119. The case is £15. And if you shop at Tesco's, then you can use your vouchers and they're worth double. We're going to all be helping you with the actual hands-on introduction, and I will be talking to you about the tablet lesson trial. And this is a big thing for me because I've been teaching one-to-one for the last 10 years. But 10 years ago, computers were too difficult for me to get independent people, educated, articulate, and personable people to do what I did, because my background is so technical. And working with computers and laptops is hugely technical. But we are now, 10 years on, at a point where we can get Carolyn, who's a trained architect, and John, who is a trained trainer and British Council man, only for 30 years, hugely capable of now teaching one-to-one on a tablet, because they are not as complicated as a laptop. And our prices can come down accordingly, and that's a big thing, because currently there's nothing out there to help you with these devices, and that's what I'll be talking about. And then I will be summarising. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm quickly going to go through the news. We had a Christmas presentation, the last one to be held in the social club. It was called YouTube. Can you raise your hands if any of you were at the presentation? Yes? Quite a few of you. A smattering of you. You were there, Maliki, you were there. You were already gone.
I was away.
You were in Melbourne. Oh, it was fun. It was great fun. There were 29 of us. It was a bit crowded.